Yo, y'all like two children. It's so crazy. Like, what would he even say that for? Yo said that boy is gay. What?
What are you
He
talking
sleep.
about?
He's taking a nap. Charlamagne just called you gay because you was asleep,
No,
taking a nap. Yo, y'all such children. Okay.
And how did I reply?
First of all,
No, I'm not.
that was
No, I'm
behind
not.
the scenes. Okay. If I'm gay, what are you?
I said, if I'm
Yeah, if I'm gay, what are you?
I'm gay, what are
Charlamagne
you?
said straight. Like, anyway, so 50 Cent is the most recent cover story for the Hollywood Reporter. He posed for the cover with $3.5 million of his own money that he brought to the shoot. He said he was inspired by a shoot that Muhammad Ali did when he posed for the cover of Sports Illustrated back in 1964 with $1 million. So he kind of flexed on him a little bit, you know, with 2.5 more million. Anyway, the story covered a bunch of things that was standout moments for me. The first one is why he never played Diddy close. Now, I've heard him joke about this over the years. Even one time he said at Breakfast Club, like, Diddy had offered to take him shopping or whatever like that. But I never really, like, heard him say it seriously. He said it a couple times, but 50 be playing a lot. But yeah, he actually stated that for the Hollywood Reporter, that he thought it was weird for a grown man to ask him, like, can he take him shopping? He also said that it made him uncomfortable, and he said that he would dodge calls from Diddy. This was earlier in his career, of course. And he said, I remember Diddy would call, and my son's mom would answer. And I didn't want to get on the phone, like, no. And she was like, what the F? We need the money. And she's looking at me like, what? You don't want to talk to him? And so he also said J-Lo was the one who convinced Diddy to work with him earlier in his career. And I didn't know that 50 actually wrote for Diddy. Reading this article, it was, he wrote for him. He also said Diddy is a businessman and not a producer. He said, when people call him a producer, I see people that were taken advantage of, who produced things that he took from them. He got the credit. He's not a producer. He's been able to take advantage of the business and creatives in it. I don't have any interest in doing that. He also addressed criticism from the people who accused him for coming for Diddy when he's connected to Dr. Dre, who also has abusive accusations as well. He said, it's fine. They would feel whatever they feel because I don't know what is true or what's not true about that situation. And these things date back before I was even signed to Dr. Dre.
We asked 50 about, I'm not 50, we asked Diddy about the whole taking 50 shopping thing. Remember that? When he was on Breakfast Club? And he was just like, he said, I thought he needed some clothes.
Oh my God, so you were saying he can't dress?
I don't know. That's what his answer was.
Or maybe he dressed like I want you to dress, nigga. All right, anyway. The other big thing for me was that he insinuated that Roc Nation tried to block him from performing at the Super Bowl. He said the only reason he got to do it is because Eminem threatened to pull out of this performance if they didn't let him join. He said, that's how I ended up on the show, because he was not coming if I didn't do it. When that happens, you go, damn, so you just lost Eminem because you didn't bring 50? Damn, all right, bring 50 then. But if it was up to them, they would not have had me there. The full article goes into a bunch of other things, like his thoughts on the Grammys and Recording Academy, his studio in Shreveport, and his upcoming projects. Before moving on from this story, though, we want to send him love, as he shared that his grandfather passed away Tuesday night.
Yeah, condolences.
Damn.
Absolutely.
Sending fifth condolences, definitely sending them healing energy, the whole family.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And another story, social media reacts to Judge Joe Brown's hating ass. He sat and did an interview with the Art of Dialogue, and when they asked him his thoughts on Kamala Harris, he did not hold back. This is what he said.
How you feel about her?
She's a piece of shit. I was in California. She lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than researching. My thing about it is if I'm crude about it, in this city years ago, I used to represent a whole bunch of pimps and hoes, and I know a hoe when I see one. I don't care, women, you do what you want to do if you want to have recreational sex, but when you do the casting couch or anything else for professional purposes to get paid or advance, you a hoe. And she's old hoe.
Jesus Christ.
I hate old miserable ass
Jesus.
niggas, like it's like, what? You could have told us you didn't like her without all the disrespect
it be
like
your
that.
own people. Damn it,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
I will say, though, I agree with everything that y'all just said, but I like to hear some of that old verbiage. Yeah, hiking up your hemline. I ain't never heard that one. Hiking up your hemline?
Yes,
I ain't never heard that
old.
one.
Sound like an old
That
ass
sound
cowboy. You get on somebody's nerves.
Yeah, oh. Lord
anyway, a lot of people disagree with him. I mean, they slandered him online. I mean, I'm not really worried about that, but it's just like, yo,
certain things you don't
like
even
you said,
no
to be your own people. Like some things you just don't have to say. You could have said, yo, I don't feel no way about it. I don't like her.
I just don't like her. We don't get along. She's not my cup of tea.
God,
but damn, to go that far, you're hiking up your hemline and laying on the couch.
Here's the thing. People be saying things that you can't even prove. Did you?
Right.
Did she sleep with you and you gave her some career advancement? Like, where's this coming from? Like,
that's what it sounds like. She didn't give him none.
Yeah. It's just like certain things you don't even give no energy, man.
And he old and retired. He got mad because he got fired from being a TV judge. It just is what it is. And he be getting drunk all day. Anyway. No, because I'm mad about that. Don't play with her like that.
You just threw a bunch of stuff on him. He's an old alcoholic. He just be getting drunk all day. That's all he do.
He got fired. He ain't got nothing else to do. He hiking up his hemline. He looking for the hemlines to hike up.
Right. He claims. All right. Anyway, Jonathan Majors reacts to Robert Downey Jr.'s return to Marvel. TMZ. They always catching up to Jonathan Majors, yo. He always sound like he doing something, putting something in the trunk of the van or something, whatever. And, of course, they took the opportunity to ask him about his thoughts on Marvel, bringing Robert Downey Jr. back to play a character of Doom. That's what he said.
I mean, are you hurt with the new direction that, like, Marvel is, like, going?
Yeah, heartbroken. I love him. I love Kang. I love Kang.
Do you feel like it's unfair that, like, you're not being given the same opportunities as them?
I think it's fair that Mr. Downey is being and has been greeted with patience and curiosity and love, and that Mr. Miller's gotten the same treatment, and that they're being allowed to work their art and be creative at that level. I didn't really get that.
Would you want your old role back, like your old job back as King the Conqueror?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
What if he was like, bitch, what you think? Like, what? Yes.
Yeah, I'm shocked he didn't get a second chance either, especially when you see how, Marvel stood behind, Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner, who plays Hawkeye, he had a bunch of accusations and allegations and all kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm shocked that they didn't give him a second chance. But I think they wanted to move away from the Kang storyline, period. I think if the Kang storyline was hitting a little bit harder and people was gravitating towards the Kang storyline more, or those movies that he was in had made more money, I think that they would have stuck around. But I think they wanted to move away from that whole King the Conqueror storyline anyway.
Right. Yep, and that is Jess With The Mess.
All right. Thank you, Jess. Charlamagne, who are you giving your donkey to?
Man, we need Jesse Waters to come to the front of the congregation. Did you know why we gay? You know why we transitioning? I'm going to tell y'all. Jesse Waters talked to some scientists, and they had a theory. We're going to discuss it.
All right. And then after that, Jess Fix My Mess. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can get on the phone lines right now for Jess, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.